know it's real. I say, then I'll know it's real. Okay, let me make sure sound is good. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, let me make sure sound is good. Hello, 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 hello. Yep, we good on that. All right, back. Ah. I gotta get out of that, get out of that, get out of that. Hi Katara, welcome back. Alright, so this is part 69. We're on part 69. We are gonna do some more we go ahead and do some more main scenario, and then after we do some of that, we will go back to doing Omega. But I just want to get this next patch done real quick. Also,
before you do that, I have to do something.
Okay. Nice.
Perfect.
Nice. Nailed it. and the apple thing. Fabulous.
I'm gonna sit right here while you do that.
Alright, let's see what the young Lise has to say. Oh, we get a new emote. Box.
What is this? Let's see.
Boxing. Yeah. Yeah. Aaronvold's Adventure. Okay, let's get it started.
Yay, it's voice activated.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
How we're getting on?
Oh, my bad.
I thought I already applied to voice dialogue only. Confirm. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay, now to go by itself. Thought I already did that.
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address.
And what's that?
Leadership.
Oh.
The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here.
Who's gonna take the lead?
Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
You should be the leader. Lise?
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future. But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Sound like there was an R in that jaw. Drawer.
Aye,
drawer.
Commander.
Why do they have like Australian accents?
I don't know. They did that ever since probably
There
Stormblood.
you are. I've been searching all over for you.
G'day, mate.
It makes
Don't
them
worry,
sound
it's
more
nothing bad.
wise.
That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
Mama just said my g'day, mate, was an Italian accent. I was like, what? What? That makes no sense. I don't even know what an Italian accent sounds like.
It's French, I think.
I'll get to the point. Might you
Well,
be interested?
yeah, I know what
in a
it
spot of
is.
adventure?
I just don't know what it sounds
After
like.
all, we were adventurers before we were scions, were we not?
I am
Mamma mia.
Italian.
That's all.
After routing
Mamma
the
mia.
Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you?
Mamma mia.
What better way to spend it than by returning to our roots?
It's like Oh, ha, ha, ha. Maison, maison,
Mohoho. Easy
Mario,
on me.
I am a Mario. Me I speak a Mario language. I really don't know. I
Okay,
can't.
what will we say? What will we say? What will we say?
It's what we do, I suppose. Twist my arm, why don't you? I don't know which one you think.
It's what we do, I suppose.
Yeah, I agree. He's talking about going on an adventure.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia! It is a spicy meatball!
It is a spicy meatball.
Right then, let's go find Master Levieux. Actually, leave that to me. I want you fresh for our little adventure. Wait for us by the Etherite, and we'll be along shortly. See you there. My bad, I'm not supposed to be doing this in Monk. I'm supposed to be Viper now. Yeah? Yeah?
Wait, hold on. Day don't go yet.
Okay. Oh, got your Picto, huh? Is Picto easier for you, you think? Or Monk?
Monk.
Monk's still easier?
Yeah. It's what I grew up on.
It's what you grew up on.
It's what I grew up on.
Since a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I grew up on. So it's always gonna be the easiest job, no matter what job I'm on.
Actually, it may be closer to 2 years now. Like halfway to 2 years.
Mamma mia.
Misirotto Montabero! If you're talking, I think you're muted. What were you saying?
I was talking to Mama,
Oh, okay.
and then she started watching something. Then the loud music came on, and then I was like, "What?"
Greetings, Sokka. 'Twould seem we are to accompany Arnval on some manner of escapade. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Allow me to explain, mate. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please.
Alright, man. Alright.
Now,
Goodbye, mate.
the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Alamiga was still a monarchy, and Theodoric sat the throne. A uniquely brutal despot, by all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruins suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Raggar's Reach being burned to the ground. In the latter years of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown, and so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death before the property became the property of the king, and it's said that these royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. I believe I see the direction our adventure is to take. I assume you have mind to unearth this hidden bounty? You assume correctly. It would also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known. Others must surely have gone in search of your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Alamiga's liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room from dawn till dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. Their gold lust drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's Trove remains simply that, a legend.
Mamma mia.
Montebello! I don't know the words.
Montebello. Sprinkle some cheese on la pizza. And then we put the pepperoni.
You're so silly. But I see you have no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine, the three of us, delving into a decades-old mystery. Tell me the thought doesn't set your heart to racing.
You know what snack we need? We need some pizza. We sprinkle the cheese and put on the pepperonis.
We sprinkle the cheese on the pizza.
We sprinkle the cheese and put the pepperonis.
You cut the pizza into triangles.
We flip the pizza in the air. Mamma mia!
You flatten the dough and you spank the dough. You beat it. The news of Doma and Alamiga's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the empire. I hear the imperial province of Dalmasca has already risen up in rebellion, which means the Garleans must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such diversion? Tell us, Arnval, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere, so we'll need to, ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied archivists and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Garleans are meticulous about such things. If they've uncovered a trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodoric's day. Given that they would have been at least 20 at the time, you will be looking for people who have seen 40 summers or more. Anything they can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Arnval, pray try your luck in the fringes and the peaks, while Sokka makes the rounds in Alamigan Quarter. Ha! And there I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Let's be about it, eh? We can meet afterwards at Gilbard's Gate. See ya! So we go to the Alamigan Quarter. We go to the locks. Get a banya. See if they can make any pizza or spaghetti. The noodle is very soft.
La Peach is here with Katara, water, and Sokka, water tribe.
In the palace? No, not me, lad. Surely you've heard stories of the Mad King. He used to hold public executions up on the Divine Audience. Divine Audience. Anyone, and I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Suffice it to say that I stayed as far away from the palace as possible. I knew it. There goes the first yawn.
This is technically the third yawn. I just put my mic up when I yawn. This is the first time I've yawned with my mic down. I forgot to put it down.
Oh, I see. You want to hear an old maid story, do you? Ah, well, most of what I know of the Mad King is common knowledge. We only see his royal majesty when he deigned to attend the executions he ordered. And after a while, even watching his enemies die wasn't enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow and wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. I wouldn't want to work around that kind of... That dude was paranoid. Super paranoid. Your mic's muted.
What?
I say your mic's muted.
Yeah, I know.
I served at the pleasure of King Theodoric and lived to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life, and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which of course we were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. If your heel's bent on finding out what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask old Ernald. He was the king's head scribe.
Mamma mia!
Retire, Rogadin!
Sorry, we're going crazy with the Italian accents.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Yes, I am Arnold. What do you want? What do you want with me?
Yeah, talk like that.
You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet, well, amigos, to move forward, we must needs acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. I sound more like, what's his face? I want to say Frankenstein, but I'm talking
Frankenstein?
about... No, not
What?
Frankenstein. The vampire.
Dracula?
Dracula. Very well. I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and the public execution of his kinsmen. Ah. One floor. Two floors. Count Dracula. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days the king's fervid mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family, a magic which transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. Even now, my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If other of Theodoric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. Thrown into the darkness. That goes well with the Halloween theme, huh? It is October.
Mom, I was just about to say, Mom, I was thinking in my head over here, why are you opening the one that's raisins if you don't like the raisin one?
She trying to eat up mine first?
No, it was on accident. I was just over here watching her do it. See, I was wondering why she did it was on accident. She wasn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm. She be trying to give mine to the babies first. Since we're all here, why don't we share what we've learned?
I learned about how you talk to people.
Allow me to begin then. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures, and found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that a corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove's discovery, hoping to enrich himself. But I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperial somehow overlooked it. But what of you, Sokka? Were your investigations any more fruitful? Yeah, man, something about some monsters. The family members were transformed into monsters, and they were thrown into a dark place. Turned into monsters? And what could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Alighieri who spoke of the palace's subterranean prison, but he said not of cursed abominations. Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could this scribe fellow have been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Did you believe him, Sokka? His fear seemed genuine. I'm gonna go with that one. If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale, though I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Not be so hasty. Arnold's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden, but ere I share my theory, there is a matter I would clarify. Ehrenwald, you spoke of a light-hearted adventurer, but I sense a deeper motive for the expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? Light-hearted adventurer, sorry. It wasn't all pretense, I swear it, but you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean when I say that my Alamegan mother did not welcome my arrival. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pureblood Garleans. My mother did not care for this taunting reminder of my heritage, and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. Dang. In the end, she turned me out into the street, and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo, a feral child who got what he needed through being cunning or worse. Begging or
You're
cunning.
begging, yeah.
Yeah. The best I can say about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually, I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and that road led me into the company of the Scions. Look, Minfilia, we haven't seen her in so long.
We'll never see her again.
I know. I tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well that poverty and hunger can... What poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk for a measly crust of bread. With the Otteric's gold, I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arnvald, and I apologize. That cannot have been pleasant to recall, but I felt it best to be clear in our intentions. Well, Sokka, are you content to surrender the treasure to Arnvald's noble cause and claim the thrill of the adventure as your reward? Yes and no. Then I need about 7 million of it so we can get this cool mount. Then I should be glad to tell you my theory on the resting place of the Mad King Strove, if you are minded to hear it. I am minded. Ooh, what is this? Oh, the Dairyu-maki. Which one's you? I think I need the slang. Yeah.
I need...
Slaying is for monk, if that's what you want, or you can get casting. That can be for your picto.
Would you cast? My monk's already amazing.
It sure is.
Already amazing.
Let me see what. Let me open these up real quick.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
I might need them.
Oh, you want me to?
Item comparison.
Let me
Oh, this is 370 stuff. I forgot I made myself. Cool. All right. Let's talk to. Are you gonna put it on your painter?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. Are any of my other jobs 70? No, not a smoking viper. Viper uses aiming accessories. Wait a minute, what about what does Monk have? I don't even know. Oh, I made it for Monk too. Okay, wow. I didn't know I was doing that much work.
Okay, that was pretty good for my Pictomancer.
That's good for your
My
Picto?
monk thing is good though.
Monk is on point. Cool. Alright, let's talk to Alpha now. The Mad King's Trove.
Oh man,
Yeah, we're gonna do it together. Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourn to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears our plans, you mean? Good thinking. That was not exactly the reason, but 'tis certainly a valid concern. Let us reconvene on the southern edge of the Loch Seld. Loch Ness Monster. Come, Katara. We make for Loch Seld.
Lox Eld. Oh, sorry. Ride. Thank you. I believe we can fly.
Immediately crashes.
I believe we can touch the sky.
Immediately crashes again.
Every time I fly.
Immediately crashes again.
I immediately crash again.
I think about it every night and day. Immediately crashes. Spread my wings and fly away. Immediately crashes again. I believe I can soar. Immediately crashes. See me running through that open door. Runs into the door. Forgive me.
Tell that dog outside to be quiet.
Oh, is it barking again?
Mhm.
Every
And
night.
if it doesn't be quiet, then I'm gonna throw my book out its head.
Which book?
My dictionary.
Nice. That one's huge. Forgive me.
I was kidding.
So it's not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock in sight while I explain things. Prior to the great flood of this... You said what?
I said my dictionary is pretty thick.
Yeah. Prior to the great flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry veins. And this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the 5th Austria era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war. Yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Seld. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe was not a reference to the prison, but to a place still further below, the ruins of Scala. I further surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of a desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. So he has
I
his...
just went in my room, and found my dictionary.
So he has his royal family, who he transformed into monsters. He has them guarding the treasure, it sounds like. Wait, you're saying they were meant to guard the Mad King's trove?
Yep.
Precisely. And since we know the court thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance into the old city will have been magically concealed. Which would explain how a legion of Imperial soldiers and the gods know how many Alamegans never found a trace of the trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they did not enjoy. Sokka, would you be so good as to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Arnval and I will seek out an insultful portal within the palace. What are you doing?
I was talking to Mama. I told you I found my dictionary, and then she said, your dictionary? Why do you need your dictionary? And then I said, so I can throw it at the dog barking outside. And then she said, do you know where it is? And then I was like, nope.
You're just gonna throw it out the door?
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw
Hope it hits it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's somewhere across the street. I don't know where.
Alright, that's it. I'm getting my elementary dictionary.
Whoa, what is this place?
I'm so cool because I have an elementary dictionary.
You do?
Yeah.
You discover a passage that appears to lead under the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes.
Okay. How rude that you spread. That's pretty. Pretty snowflake.
Stone door.
No.
Let's interact with the stone door.
I want to interact with the snow door.
Come to a worn stone door, standing temptingly ajar. It would appear you have found the entrance to subterranean ruins. Zonky! Sokka, it's Alphino. We have searched the prison beneath the palace and found a teleportation portal concealed by enchantments. The markings indicate it leads to an underground cavern. What news on your end? We totally found a door. And do you believe it leads into the ruins? And I dare say we'll be able to meet within. Go on and head through the door. By the way, I took the liberty of calling on a friend for help. I guarantee she's both dependable and discreet. We'll see you soon. The drowned city of Scala.
Okay. What's Kal-El's number? We gotta call him and we gotta tell him.
He's taking care of his baby, his new grandbaby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten on in a while. But that's okay. Because I got Gunbreaker. Actually, I kind of want to... Let me see. NPC. Oh, you can go in there with her. Cool.
No.
Neat. Okay. Let's go ahead and party with other players. Yes. Are you going in as monk?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it says we'll have one in less than 5 minutes. So you can do something else if you want to. Or if you want, we can start doing the Halloween thing until it pops.
There's no way it's gonna fit. We're gonna even get one of the quests done.
Think so, huh?
I look at this pretty snowflower.
You want me to pop it on monk, and then we'll have time to do the Halloween thing?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I'll do it on.
Then it'll say 10 minutes, right?
I don't know. Let's see.
Just
10 minutes. Yep. Okay. Where's the Halloween thing at? Is it Gridania?
Oh,
Probably. It's normally it's been Gridania in the past.
So is the Easter thing. Like all the like spring and fall stuff is in Gridania, but then all the summer stuff is in Limsa, and then all the winter stuff is actually, I don't know, I think it's in Olda.
Yep, it's in Gridania at the Mikoto Amphitheater. Why is everyone not disappearing? I'm starting a quest. Can all these people move out of the way? Every time. Hide nearby. Alright. Do with quest NPCs. Yes, that's right. Apply. Cool, there we go. Now they're out of the way. Cool.
Hi,
Okay.
Mama.
The Aether-starved Airman.
Wait, don't start. I'm not even loaded into Ogredania.
My bad. Cool. Hello, bye.
The way you make me feel.
Are you ready yet?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. The Aether-starved Airman.
No, it's because I love you. I'm coming, okay?
It's been more than a few moons since last we met, friend. As it so happens, I have a proposition suited to your talents. Are you prepared to throw caution to the wind and consort with fiends most foul once again? Hi. Of course you are. But before we get to the heart of the matter, let us reflect upon the history of All Saints' Wake. On this night do fell fiends emerge to cavort and careen. Cavort? I don't know. Unconcerned with the judgments of those on high. For the halls of the saints' heavenly abode ring with merriment as the wine flows freely, and no one can be bothered to look down. Thus did gods, fearing folk, greet this particular sunset with trepidation, daring not to venture from their homes. No longer. Nay, for adventurers came and drove out the void scent, restoring safety to the city streets, and making the occasion as one of jubilation. That's all well and good, but what of the poor forsaken fiends? Are they too not deserving of revelry? My wish is to see All Saints' Wake reborn as a celebration for all, be they ghost, ghoul, Gridanian, or otherwise. And how do I propose to accomplish this feat? Well, binding obligations, friend. I've convinced the more sinister sorts to enter into contracts which forbid them from preying on mortals. In exchange, they are permitted to partake in the festivities. But there's one troubled soul who seems incapable of getting into the spirit of things. Perhaps you'd be willing to give them a helping hand? Nothing too devilishly difficult. I promise. Before you get started, you'll want to get a grasp of the particulars by speaking with Papa Gruff. He ought to be performing one of his shows by the entrance to the Great Loam Growery. Now go. I shall be watching your performance with great interest.
Run away, do 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 do, run away, do crazy.
Run away, do 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 do, run away, do do
She's
do do.
crazy. She's crazy.
Get back here, Katara!
I'll sing so good.
Get back here!
What's up, Papa Gruff?
Oh, I remember him from last time. Do you remember him from last time?
No.
Do you? Huh? Do you? Do you? Huh? Do you? Punk? That's from a movie. How should I talk for him?
I'm not talking to you anymore. How rude.
Although it pains me, a humble performance must draw to a close. Let us then end things on a high note. Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you feast your eyes on the fantastic Philcox and his transformation magics. Oh yeah, we got that, don't we? We got that from last time. It didn't work. What was all that about? The clowning and whatnot was the right laugh, but that last bit was bleeding rubbish. Come on, let's get out of here.
That did,
Well, that was rude.
kind of,
You mess up one time and you just give it up. Now you transform. Once more you fail to muster up even an ounce of magical prowess. I had the crowd in the palm of my hand. We'd have been the toast of the town if not for your blunder. You go again, shrieking the same old tune. I've had it with my eyeball with your farce. Just because you know a few cheap tricks doesn't give you the right to treat me like that. I can't stand the sight of you, let alone the thought of taking to the stage with you again. Good riddance. No! Hi. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Well, fate has conspired for us to cross paths once again. Out with it then. I know you're not here to... No! People keep disappointing me! First the kids leave and then the Warrior of Light. I hate this. This is not a good Halloween. We'll be back, I promise. We'll be back. I don't think I did a portrait for this. I sure didn't. Oh. Moogle! Moogle, Moogles, Moogles!
You're a Moogle, Google, Google.
Hi! Whoa! Oops. Easy breezy. You still doing your perfect balance stuff and stuff? Cool. Good job. Oops, I'm using the wrong moves. So you have to pay attention to him. He does pull and push moves, and you don't want him to pull you into the purple or push you into the purple. So you need to put yourself. So he's doing a push. So get close to him. So get close to him.
I am.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That was the gunbreaker going the wrong way. The gunbreaker went the wrong way. Good job.
Good. Oh, it's just y'all. Ow. Uh-oh.
You just have to not touch the little balls. He's doing a pull.
I know.
Okay.
I did stay away. But you said it right before you did.
Yeah, I was trying to focus on not bringing that ball to anybody. My bad.
It's okay. I still made it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, forget it. Got him.
Nice.
I'm so awesome. I'm like the gunbreaker. Should have handled that.
Yeah.
Gunbreaker kept going the wrong way.
They're sprinting for some reason. Oh, they're doing that land surge. Make sure you're not in front of him when he finished casting. It shoots a big AoE directly in front of him. Okay, they're doing a cross-shaped AoE together, so make sure you're not in front of either one of them. Okay, he's doing a big boy pull. People normally die when they do this big of a pull, so get ready for a wipe, possibly. We'll see how they do.
Oh yeah, we're gonna die. Just look at the tank now. Oh, never mind, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, just make sure you're doing all your AoE moves.
It's either good, I'll be very well done.
Okay, they're almost dead. Almost got him. Keep working. Just don't get hit by any OEs. Nice. Did it. We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay!
But we're not dead yet.
Yeah, there's only 2 left. We're not gonna wipe on 2 monsters.
Unless the tank's just really that bad.
Or unless everybody just stops attacking and just standing there. That'd be the only way.
The old one. Oh, that's scary.
So on this, he's gonna transform us. We have to put these little bombs down by the statues that are tethered to him or connected to him. You'll see them. Okay, he's about to transform us, so we have to blow these statues up when he transforms us. Well, that's weird. He hasn't transformed us yet, so you'll just attack him for now, I guess. Maybe he doesn't do it on this one. Maybe he does it on the next one. Yeah, he'll transform us in a sec.
Or do they just change the fight?
Unless they change the fight, yeah. I haven't done this in a long time. Nope, this is it right here. So put down your little bomb right by the statue. Yeah, there you go. Blow them up. Yep, that's it. Easy breezy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. They wouldn't have to do that out of the
Yep. He'll do it again here in a
fight.
second. Yeah, he'll do it again in a second, but there'll be more of them.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow, they changed it. They don't move. Normally they'd go around in circles. And that's what sort of makes it a little harder to blow them up. They start rotating. Nice.
Oh. I thought they might have went the wrong way, so I started following you.
No, I was trying to get that chest. Woo!
Oh my gosh!
I barely dodged that.
Me too, that scared me.
That was rude.
Yeah, I wasn't meant the whole entire time, but that just last second I made it out.
Yeah.
That was scary. My gosh. Rude. He almost did it again. So I killed it. Uh-oh. No, kill it. Aw, man. Alright, there we go. It's like a evil card. Oh, here we go.
See right here, it would used to transform you into this little Zangbeto, this big ghost-looking thing, and you would float across the gaps in the floor. But now it's making a bridge for some reason. I don't know why they changed it.
Probably either way it wouldn't have mattered.
I mean, it's the same thing. But it would have fit with the Halloween theme, transforming into a ghost. See, after you kill them, they transform into people. Their body is on the floor.
That definitely matches with our theme.
Yeah. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. You see all this treasure everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is his Theodoric's treasure.
They ain't even really that good.
All the AoEs. Hey, there's a little cat. Your little cat friend in the middle of that one. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah, I did see it.
Your little mount you always ride. Or one of them. Now you ride the dog all the time.
Yeah, I don't think I have that fat cat as now.
Really? I thought I got that for you.
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm going to get it for you.
I don't think I do, because if I did, I'd have it. That's one of my
That's King
favorites, but I
Thotter
don't.
right there with the purple hair.
And this is his pet.
Yeah, this is the big boss protecting the treasure in the painting. We could have waited for us to get out of the cutscene.
I know, right?
Rude! You can just hit yes, it'll put us in.
He said my bad.
My bad, yeah. So right there, when he does that, don't get behind him. He does a tail attack.
Too late.
That's okay. And then he also does one where he puts his claw up in the air. So get away from him. Get away from him. Get away from the middle. It's gonna hit you regardless, but it does less damage the further away you are. So yeah, we have to be careful not to get each other hit with the AoEs he puts on us. So in a minute he'll raise his hand. Look away from him. In a minute he'll raise his hand. You don't want to be in front of him when he does. Or if he raises his tail, you don't want to be behind him. Okay, when he does that, he shoots a beam out of his mouth.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on the side as much as I can.
Yeah, he's about to shoot a beam again.
I knew that. Ah, my hand is falling asleep. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm not moving,
Oh
I'm
gosh.
standing still.
Yeah, I was in control of the circle. I don't know who is now. Oh my gosh.
Oops, I was behind him. I got hit.
It's okay. Down the side. Oh,
Get out of the middle. Get away from the middle.
I'm far away.
Yeah, he has a bunch of... Get out of the front of him. He's about to do his hand move.
Oh, my hand is falling asleep. That's really bad. That's not good. That's not good.
Look away. Nice. Get from
Oh my gosh.
behind him. Oh no, that was a claw one, sorry.
Yeah.
Now get from behind him. He's doing the tail one. Is that your phone?
Yeah.
Who's calling you? One of your friends?
No. It was a timer.
Thought you don't have a timer.
No, Mom and Dad would be one for me.
Oh, okay. My bad. Didn't do the LB. Well, I tried to use it. He just wasted it.
Ew.
The tank.
I was not smart. What do you even do it for?
Maybe he thought we weren't going to use it.
All I did was put a
Cool.
shield on everybody.
Poor royal family. Nice.
Ma. You're so pretty, Mama.
Alright, let's see what they say. Alpha, know what you got to say. To think that the monster used to be a man. Erebor has gotten stronger, hasn't he? Piles and piles of treasure. I can scarcely say something. The words are too small. I can't read them. Let me try it again. Scarcely imagine how much there is. Cool.
It would appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Fortune?
Right. 5, 12, there is even more than I imagined.
Woot?
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
Woohoo! They got all kinds of money now. All kinds. Another big yawn. Alright, let's talk to Alpha now. Erenvold and I tried to do our fair share, but I fear you ended up bearing the bulk of the burden as usual. You truly led the way with your adventuring prowess, my friend. Aye, without your help, I reckon we'd still be fumbling about in the dark. I'm glad I called on you. I must say, I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. What, like how you reeled at the sight of that floating specter, you mean? I wish you could have seen the look on your face, Alphino. He's scared of the ghosts, remember? Remember on the ghost ship?
Oh, yeah.
Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King's trove, and that's all that matters. Bow, 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 bow. The butcher's blood. All jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Lee should be the first. Seconded. She is bound to be delighted. If I am no longer needed, then I shall take my leave. Of course, don't let us keep you. Thanks again, and say hello to Vma for me. Vma. Vema. Now then, there is to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so Leash is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Yeah, let's do that. We'll go back to the Halloween thing here in just a little bit. We should be about halfway done with this Patch's story. Vroom, 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 vroom. There's
Mama. I love Boo.
Okay. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Lise, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. We found all kinds of treasure! All kinds! You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Sokka and Alphino in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it go towards alleviating the suffering of Alamigo's poor. Gods, if there's as much as you say. Armville did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I'll make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When the time comes to draw upon a plan of distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we've got a problem. Deep breaths. Tell me what's happened. A mob's gathered outside headquarters, and they've started making demands. You best come and see for yourself. Huh? What's going on, Katara? Are you causing a commotion?
How? I'm all the way
Step
over
back,
here.
all of
How
you.
would I cause a commotion?
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
He knows.
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Hand her over.
Bring her out!
What's going on?
Who? Bring who out?
Someone let slip about Fedora.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down! Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about. Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey, who's this?
Raban said, "What's going on? What's this ruckus?"
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance. But we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example,
Generations yet
will they see
unborn.
a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
They ain't had nothing to say to that. They're like, "Oh, well, excuse me. Yeah. What he said? Yeah, what he said."
I know you're right, I do. But I can't.
Raban, the quick solution to a riot.
I know, right? Is Mama laughing at you?
No.
No.
Mama's watching her show.
What, The Office?
No, because I don't think when they bleep the
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
cuss out
No.
on The Office.
My thanks, Raban. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. It's a difficult tide to stem. 'Twas that same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over. All the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We have reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Garleans. And it starts with insults most often, and then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be so-and-so if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are the representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Ananta and the Kilkern to participate. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Nah, go. I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theodoric and Xenos. Hi. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things, but in some ways, she's a victim of circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. She's gonna put us to the test. She's trying to die. She wants to offend us, so we'll kill her. Because she feels ashamed. Alright, let's talk to prison guard. You've the commander's permission to enter. Yes, I do. Yes. I think this is voice activations.
Well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you?
Nah.
Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fedora. I see you for what you are.
They showing us her past? I thought they did that already.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
maybe they
it's
didn't.
loaded.
Yeah, they're showing us her past on Chuzu.
Oh.
What made her into who she is.
Mine's still loading. Oh, there it goes.
Come along, Fadola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right. Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her.
Oh, goodness.
Like your bastard father and whore mother.
He's just saying all the words.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
It's messed up. How you gonna treat a child like that? Makes me want to slap him. The back end. Just slap him like, shut your mouth, boy. And look at her throwing rocks. Horrible.
Fadola.
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of Arn.
On means foreigners.
We're citizens. We have rights.
They are Garlean citizens. And they're being stoned by
I'm scared.
Alamegans.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
That old lady look crazy. She's like demon possessed. He got him a big rock. It's messed up. It's messed up.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
It's messed up, yo. Getting rejected by both sides. Alamegan peeps and the Garlands. She's growing up some now.
Padola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier?
Marked her up.
Oh, God. What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honoring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time.
You can understand why she became that way.
It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
That's tough. That's tough. She's got that get money mentality, but it's for freedom. Crazy.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they?
I ain't even say nothing.
Patronize me! You don't know a god's damn thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Now she's looking into our past. Guys, betrayer. Our friend was killed. Our other friend turned into a dragon. We were betrayed. Our people died.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Do you see this sword? No, I'm just joking. What should we pick?
I don't know.
For those I have lost, for those I can yet save. That's what I picked.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it.
If you believe it, I said, would you believe it? If I said I don't wanna fight, would you believe it? If I said I don't wanna fight.
I'm trying to watch.
Because he's over.
That's not for me.
Yeah, it is for you too. Would you believe it if I said I don't wanna fight? Alright, let's talk to young Lise.
I'm not out yet.
I'm looking at you. You're out.
I'm not done moving.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, you leveled up.
I know.
Rude. Rude. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. Aye, and I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Sokka, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring the research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? That's where Kryl was, you remember? They were stealing her echo. Well, they didn't steal it, but they copied it and gave it to Fordola. Because I think she still has the echo.
Except for Dola's is copyright.
Yeah.
It's like the bootleg version. It doesn't work as well as
Exactly. Where did you learn bootleg from? So smart. Little smarty.
That's it, smart.
General Alden is inside. Will you be joining him? Hi. Yes, I will be. Yes. Hi. Woo! This place look creepy. Do we have our own place, or do you get to come in here too?
What'd you say?
I guess you get your own place. Alright, let's talk to young Raban.
He's not young.
What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it. Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Ernville noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance, if you have any time to lend a hand. Fashowski. Alright, let's go look at this Magitech pod. Go up these stairs. Alright. That's the one Kryl was in, wasn't it? The device in which Kryl was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant, save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior's been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Wow. Wow. Where's the next place? Okay, let's go talk to the Flame Investigator.
Where is he?
On the southeast, and it's a she. So many bodies, each one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Whoa. Okay, let's go talk to Ramon.
Yeah.
Young Bonnie. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Sokka, shall we start with you? Yeah, man. You see them tanks over there? Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. They take like ether from people and put it in another person. It's crazy, bro. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryle and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting to something. I pushed the button too fast. The enhancement procedure entails infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Kryle, the pattern of the etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryle's echo. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryle is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door, night and day. If she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you don't see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Azael was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesvelgur's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these God's-forsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. Yeah, girl. Learn the ropes, girl. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. We got a meeting to attend. Meetings on meetings on meetings. Alright, let's talk to Lise.
I'm still loading.
Okay. I'll go ahead and read it. I mean, nothing's happening. It's just talking. I go looking for answers about the echo and end up getting schooled by Raban. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face, to continue the life they built in Ul'dah or start again in the land of their birth. Sokka, a moment. I am newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. Nemesis does a better Mickey Mouse voice. An audience with the Sultana, depending on the nature of... Huh? You're sleepy? Okay. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Sokka. After this cutscene, we'll... let you log. Alright, you have the cutscene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's face this way. Alright, folks. Well, we're going to let Katara go ahead and call it night time. Aw, you're so sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and continue the story just to get this patch done, and then she'll catch up on her own, and then we'll record together on the next one, cause she's sleepy. She's like, okay, we're gonna record at 8, and then 8 comes. She's like, okay, I'm gonna eat. That way I'm not hungry on the stream. And then 8:30, we started recording, and then she was yawning by 8:45. Nah, but it's all good. All right, you got anything to say to the viewers?
No, I'm all yucked up. Yeah, it's gonna night.
I see your koala. It's on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You see, you dozing? You dozing? All right, you gonna tell the viewers bye? All right, we'll see y'all, or she'll see y'all on the next one, I guess, and we'll keep on going. Let's watch her go. Say bye, bye, Katara.
Bye
Bye. Get out of here, you crazy monk! Get out of here! Oh, she's got the red symbol above her head. She's disconnecting. This is so sad. This is so sad. Alright, you can go ahead and log off, honey. Okay. Alright, she done left the party, so it's just us, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this patch completed. And then she'll catch up on her own, and then we'll be back together for the next one. Okay, Sultana strings. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasure to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Ironball? I am at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Nanamu my regards, Sokka. And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Make sure my voice isn't too loud. Make sure my voice isn't too loud. Cool. Make sure my voice isn't too loud. Okay. I forget how close, how sensitive my mic is. I have it on the other side of my desk and it sounds like I'm right in front of the speaker. Hopefully it ain't catching all my breathing and stuff. So all sensitive. Okay, let's see. I've been having some allergies, so my nose is stopped up. Where we go? Where we go? Where we go? Where we go? Ooh, yeah. The steps of Nod. Nice. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah. By the way, y'all, I've been leveling Machinist. Got it from level 30 to 61. And then also been leveling Black Mage. Got it from level 1 to 67. Yummy. Yummy. Anywho. That's kind of interesting. I kind of like it and don't at the same time. Anywho. Let's get back to it. And that was the Paladin NPC. Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay. You are expected, my lord. Please proceed. Oh boy, last time we were here at this table, boy.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
All the craziness broke loose with the wine and the sleeping.
The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel.
Little did we know we wouldn't see Minfilia for a long time, or ever again.
Rauban and his future. All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo.
True that.
And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret. Yet, how can he fully make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Everybody dragging us on adventures today.
Wonderful. Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous.
She's like,
and
bet.
I will join you outside.
Another adventure? Bet. People dragging me on adventures and stuff. They're like, well, you are an adventurer, are you not? Yeah, well, you know, but... You know. To the Adventurers Guild. Alright. Nanamo Unamo. Perchance you remember Lilira, the merchant's daughter? This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. Alright, sorry, I had to check my sound. Alright. Ordinarily, Papa Shan would accompany me, but for this particular outing, I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nald. Is it right out here? It ain't right out here, but it is right out here. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. The refugees these refugees camp in squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is, and unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the calamity, yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. You've done your best, Your Grace. And my best has not been good enough. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air. What mount y'all want to see? I got some new mounts. Oh, I forgot I got that one. We'll go with this one. Why she run off this way? Or she went up here? Wait, did she go through? Maybe she went through the thing. These allergies, though. Well, my dad pull all the stuff out the shed so he could build shelves and organize stuff. And my nose is all been all clogged up for the last 3 days since. It was here in this wholly unremarkable place that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interest in eastern Thanalan when an untimely rockslide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Raban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I most surely craved, but I refused. If my parents' death were orchestrated by the monitorists, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, biteable, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizen. Quite unaware of the consequences my action would have for you and yours, I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price for my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monitor's damnable games. Forgive me my outburst. You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak free my mind. Come, let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. Keep pushing the X button too fast. Now we're going back to Ul'dah. We're going to the Colosseum first. Nah, she's trying to build a framework. She's like, this is how my life started. This is how Raban's life started. See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the framework I'm trying to build? The story I'm trying to tell, the context. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust in an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. So,
I was just grabbing this so I could put the psych CD back in here.
you about to go to bed?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious, how do you pronounce that? Chapter in my life. For it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Raban. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Raban to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Raban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's prize, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. But as you know, Raban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade. Nice. Nice. Well, we get to see some of it? Whoa, whoa! Daw! My head, daw! He's got both his arms! He's like, come at me. No. I said, come at me. Not good enough. Are you not entertained? Ah! Are you not entertained? Is this what you wanted? I am Gladiator! Hey, bro over here just sprawled out.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
She over here just dodging, hopping bodies. That's just
you're the
rude.
one who needs looking after, Master Chef.
Oh!
Your Grace,
Nice.
I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Uldar, and so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last.
Nice. Nice. I like it. I like it.
Long
Very
live the
nice.
Sultana, and long live Uldar!
Well, words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is as of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Raban, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. It was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. Nice. I like it. Sultana's duty. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan's sword for long, and there are other places I would visit. To the Arzaneth ossuary. She's taking us all over the place. This is not the kind of adventure I had in mind, little lady. There aren't any ghouls or drooling beasts or axe-wielding minotaurs or anything. Magic-wielding haunts. I need to give somebody these swords. Namu Unamu. When the calamity threatened, Raban led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. Yeah, you see that in the intro. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louisoix would have the power to ruse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom of visiting the shrine during each of my little excursions. Here, I seek the blessing of Thou, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You are rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be the Sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I have chosen my path, Sokka. With Alamiga now freed from imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Already, many displaced Alamegans seek to begin the long trek home. To facilitate that process, I have made a small contribution, an artisan school in Rogler's Reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years of such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive, and this time the Ul'dah treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate the necessary funds is, of course, another question. Why don't you ask a member of the Syndicate for advice? Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? Syndicate? Wise suggestion. Mayhap a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the Syndicate, and he is one of the few who pay refugees a fair wage. I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Manderville? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I am. Then I need not explain his eccentric nature. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see that word is sent to the Gold Saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us. We need to finish doing those Manderville quests. We stopped early on that last one. We didn't go back. In fact, we were both Vieira on that last time. This time we'll both be Humes. Humans. Oh, we're going to the Gold Saucer. Do I have that teleport? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, hold up. Let me see something. Airship loading. Oh, good thing I did that, because she's over here, not there. I have ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. I must confess to some excitement. Did I ever do the quest? Aww. Woohoo! I had heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. Do I have the teleports? No. Apparently not. Is he up top or down bottom? Looks like he's up top. Sabatender. I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Vanderbilt. I'm over here yawning. Shall we sit while we await his coming? She says she's sleepy, but she's still awake. My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. At least he has pants on. When the intrepid Sokka Water and the Sultana herself come calling, there is no more important engagement. Oh, thanks. That's kind of you to say. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. You are aware, I'm sure, that many of Alamigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland, and you're also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might best be distributed? In usual circumstances, our meeting, and your Grace's choice of companion, would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Ulda's wealth to save Alamigan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Most emphatically. I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement? Profit? After all you've done for Girabanya's displaced, I thought you the very last person to seek to benefit from their misfortune. Forgive me, your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconstitutional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Ulda's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending your nation's coin not to improve their lot, but to nurture the distant citizens of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it is not your Grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill. Indeed, in any support I pledge the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, whilst also serving the interests of the people of Ulda. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Alamegans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of your subjects. You've given me much to ponder, Lord Manderville. I thank you for your candor. Indolence. That's true. That's true. Sultana's resolve. Profit. The thought never even crossed my mind. But standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Sokka, are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Ardenard Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kugane and speaking with him on my behalf. Even though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the Aetheryte in Ul'dah. A fair journey to you, Sokka, and a swift one, if you please. Don't tell me to hurry. Don't be rushing me. I'm helping you. I'm helping you. Don't be rushing me. Don't be rushing me. Alright, let's go over here to this boy. Which one is it? Ruby Bazaar? Yup. Let me in, bruh. Hancock, oh my dear sir. Sokka, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? Oh. I beg your pardon? Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Ul'dah? My dear Sokka, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure. And I am flattered that you came to me. Truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise Her Grace than Chairman Lolorito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold? Is that supposed to be wardrobe? Fill his garderobe? I don't know. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Scion's former headquarters in Danaland. The Walking Sands would seem a suitable neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Fare you well, Sokka, and may your dealings prove fruitful. Back to Ul'dah. Thought you were waiting by the Aetheryte. This is too far. You're making me run all the way over here to talk to you. Here she is. Welcome back, Sokka. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? He said, yeah, talk to Lolorito. With Lolorito? And you agreed to this? I'm well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monitors at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well. I will meet with Lolorito. What did I do? Wait a minute. Have I been... Hold on. Forgot I had this. Now I've been sitting on it and it's all crinkled and... Ugh. I had a granola bar and I've been sitting on it. Alright, well. Real well, I'll meet with Lolorito. Let's go ahead and wake his hands and prepare for his coming. I mean, and it's all the way. I mean, I bet the chocolate inside is all melted. Oh, look, they sent me over here. Nice. They auto-teleported me over here. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had occasion to visit. To work then. The hour of our meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray, see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves. This is all the way melted. Extra
personal
deformed.
summons from the Scions.
Oof.
This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
Jokes. Bro got jokes. Little man must want the sword. Does he not remember what Raban did? I'm stronger than Raban. Swords are sharper.
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask.
What? We get to see his face.
Would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira? Hmm?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
Oh, look at y'all.
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I.
Uh-huh, I do.
Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Saltery.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient. And in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gil.
Woo?
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial
Negotiating.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders. Just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Well, well, well. You made friends with a... I wouldn't say he was an enemy, but... I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations, but I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Sokka. I could not have done it without you. You welcome, Gid. Was this our adventure? This wasn't as fun as the last one. But where's the dungeon? Securing the Psaltery. Of course, our course is decided. I shall return to the palace and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Sokka, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hext on your return to Alamigo. Will do. My thanks again. Together we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the people of Alamigo and Ul'dah both. Nice, Gira, nice. Nice. Girabanya? Okay. The quarter. Headed back to the counter. What y'all know about that counter? Where you at, young Hex? Hex to the gnaw. What you got to say, Alpha? No? In your absence, I've kept myself busy cataloging the riches of the Mad King's trove and calculating its worth in gil. I have some way to go, but the figure is already quite staggering. Nice. What up, young Lise? Young Hex to the gnaw. Sokka, you're back. What did Nanamo... Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? Yeah. So, Raban says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know, but I'm pleased to hear she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Psaltery does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. After all that has happened, he is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. But on a more practical note, at least assuming the interim government elects to accept Ul'dah's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal, after all, and allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital will afford Lolorito too much control. Honestly, Alpha, no, it's like Kugane never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though, we need to discuss his proposal with the Psaltery residents. Whisker, how do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Watt thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Sokka? I might need you to fill in the details. No! I shall come as well. Should Watt wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Bro, this is a lot of talking. When we get into some stuff, you know what I'm saying? When we get into some stuff. I'm trying to get to some stuff. That's why Katara was getting sleepy. She's like, boring. I mean, you know. For someone, for young people, it probably is boring. It's a lot of talking. But, you know. It is cool, though, in terms of lore and story and how does a newly found free country, or whatever you want to call it, you know, come about, or maintain its freedom, or, you know, the inner workings of everything, what's needed and all that stuff. So it is interesting. Yo, what up, what? Commander Mischief brings you youngins to old Watt this time, eh? They want to rebuild the Saltery, Granddad. Sokka, tell him about the deal. Well, bugger me. We've never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was, but it sounds like that's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to cull the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Granddad, we'll take care of all that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Whisker, my lad. Truly I would. So, does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Sokka? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasties and teach me how to deal with them? Hey, bruh, look at these swords. Of course I can. Let's not waste any time there, and I'll see you by the lock. We're about to get locked in. Whilst you are busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. We're about to get locked in. Who's up first? Who's up first? Who wants these swords first? Right then, Sokka, I've got a spyglass here you can use to take a closer look at these pests. Once you've got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. There's surroundings for yabbies. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a yabby and inspect it with trigger or X. Here's a yabby. See, observe the yabby to determine its vulnerabilities. Its eyes. Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Huh? Well, it's definitely not its claws. Why is nothing letting me target it? There it is, the jaw. Knock its jaw off. What happened? What's so quiet? Yabby's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Ah, looks like you found a yabby. They say hitting the shell is like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Aim for the soft underside of the head. Just hit it as hard as you can. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right then. Wish me luck. See, hold on to your lug nuts. It's time for an overhaul. You know he did. He gave him the fade. Call it the Alamecan fade. Thanks, Sokka. I did just as you told me, and the waifkin went down like a sack of potatoes. Let's find something else. Oh, he feeling himself. He's like, hey, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got an extra boost to the confidence. What are we looking at now? I think I can handle the yabbies now, so we should try something different. What else is out there? Search the surroundings for ffxiv. You may move the camera. Right. Same as last time. Oh, I already know these. They have a little crystal. Is it the eyes? Yeah, I know these. I know these. And boop. It's either the eyes or if they have a crystal in the center of their forehead. I've seen some that have that. That's the weaknesses of the other ones. I don't remember where I learned that at though. The ffxiv's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the salt golem inanimate. You sense power pulsating from behind its brow. Yeah, man, poke it in the eye. ffxiv. How do I defeat one of those? Destroy the core with its brow. Just hit it really, really hard. As hard as you can. I'm gonna have Katara pick those answers and see what happens. Inside its head, is it? I'll try to stab it right between the eyes then. Hold on to your lug nuts. It's time for an overhaul. Faded. Weak. Weak. Got him, coach. Got him, coach. It's not easy fighting with the liberator of Alamigo watching your every move, but I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Sokka. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Any road, we should head back to the saltery before Granddad starts to worry. I've been snipped into pieces and fed to a Yabby's hatchlings. Well. Bro's like, I can handle anything out here. Let's go. Is it a Yabby? I got it. Is it a Habby? I got it. Ain't nobody scared of no salt. Alright. So you've returned to one piece. Dealt with those beasties then, did you? I fought them myself after a bit of instruction from Sokka here. Once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad. Fine young man you become, Whisker. A fine young man indeed. Too often of late I hear tales of folk over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge. Their heads stuck firmly in the past. But we need to set our sights on the future, on things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the saltery ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. I think you can count on me. Okay. Alfie, no. The original no. Original no. Seems Whisker has the saltery security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Watt and completed my inspection of the site. With a little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. Nice. Message from General Alden. Apologies for the interruption, sir, but the General will speak with you at your earliest convenience. How you find me? I feel obliged to wait around on my account. I'll remain here to hammer out the finer details of Watt and act as an intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. General Alden asks that you wait for him by the main gate in Alamiga Quarter. My apologies again, sir. Fare you well. Appreciate you. Yeah, buddy. Let's do it. Leroy Jenkins style. Leroy Jenkins. I guess I could teleport over there, but I'm already flying. destination. Looks like Katara's actually asleep now. Nighttime. What up, General? Jim Pop?
Apologies for the wait.
Jin Bond?
People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far.
Nice.
But it is no concern of yours. We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light.
What?
I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal.
Yeah.
Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Right.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
Lorenz, that's the dude who, all the way back in 2.0, he was working with the Garleans and tried to have us killed by the Garleans, and the Red Bellies came to help us, thanks to Buscaron. And then he got out. We invited him into the Braves, and he was working with the Braves, and then he betrayed the Braves and started working with basically the syndicate and what's his name, Ilberd, my bad, Ilberd. Nah, bruh, yeah, he needs to be executed for show. He's had a bunch of people killed.
Hear, hear. There is no more fitting sentence for the perpetrators of such a massacre, and that is but one of their crimes.
Yeah.
In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard.
Yup.
Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me.
Yeah, that dude got a bunch of people killed. And not just in that one incident. Tried to get us killed too. He went to jail and did his time and got out and did the same thing again, but worse, way worse.
I bear a share of the blame for Ilberd's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Alamegan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did. Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Yeah.
But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Alamigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Father...
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword.
We'd make a great team.
But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
Is this truly what you want, Father?
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain. thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Nice. Nice view. It took longer than I intended, but at least you know where I stand. Now that's settled, Harnval, what news? We may have a problem, sir. A group of Nana has arrived at the main gates, and I don't mean the Vera. These are Kalyana, the ones that summoned the Primal. They're insisting they be allowed to attend the council. Lisa's trying to reason with them, but she may need help. An invitation was extended to all the native beast tribes, but we assumed the Kalyana would refuse it out of hand. We'd best go and see for ourselves. Pippin, take command of our forces and be ready for battle. Sokka, you dealt with the Kalyana before. I'd have you at my side. Oh, you know I'll be there, bruh. Did they go this way? Oh yeah, they sure did. It's over there. Is it closer to... Oh no, it's not close to the teleport. Nah, bruh, it ain't. It ain't, bruh. Man, there's some cannons, ain't they? There's some big cannons. Isn't that what those are? Isn't that a cannon? Right here. Big cannon. Boom. Some big boys. Man, why y'all ain't cleared the porch off, man? Y'all see all these things? Why y'all ain't cleared the porch off yet? Look at them Kalyana over there just posted. Like, hey, we lined up. We in formation. We call this Arrowhead formation. Sakuraban, gods, good to see you. Ah, the Slayer has come. We have not forgotten how you sinned against the Lady of Bliss. But we did not come here to shed blood. You claim to seek harmony with all who call Girabanya home. If this is truly your wish, you will welcome us as envoys of the Ananta. It is our wish, and you are welcome, but we cannot condone the summoning of primals. If you want to enter the palace, I must ask you first surrender any crystal jewelry. You have my word that it will all be returned to you when the meeting is over. We will do as you ask, but you will not have our weapons. We are not so foolish as to place ourselves entirely at the mercy of our tormentors. I reckon that's the closest we're going to get to a compromise, and we will have people standing guard. Aye, let them keep their swords. Then we have an agreement. Lead the way to your meeting chamber. How are we supposed to feel about that? Why do I have the feeling we've welcomed a viper into our midst? Because they're literal snakes. They're literally snakes. That's why. They're literally snakes. Jianban was like, no pun intended. All the puns were intended. Oh, hold up, 9. You know what? Since I don't need these, let's see, monk. I don't plan on leveling Lancer or Samurai or Reaper, so we can probably just go ahead and desynthesize these real quick. I've been working on my desynthesis while I level my jobs. wonder if I can solo this dungeon on Monk or Viper and get like the full sets. Let's see, this is eye level 370. Let's see, hold on, let me just check my jobs real quick. I just want to make sure I use this for the right class. We got Sage 70, Gunbreaker 71. Let's see, what do I have on Gunbreaker? Is it 370? I got the 400. What about Sage? 385. Yeah, I don't know that anyone's gonna use this. 70. I guess I could go ahead and Daryumaki. What's this look like? Okay, cool. Oh, they light up. I'll keep it for now. Okay, then the rest of this, yeah, I'll just keep. Sort. Oh, you don't automatically get a drop for the class you're on? That's kind of lame. That's kind of lame. All right, let's move on. Okay. I'm about to get a Raban minion. This Kalyana Elder's intentions seem at odds with all we know of her tribe. What think you, Sokka? Enthrall cannot be trusted. No, they cannot. No, they can't, bro. Aye, it is said that once a creature has fallen under the sway of a primal, there is no salvation. I strongly doubt the Kalyana have suddenly broken free of Lakshi's will. Whatever the truth, I would take no chances. The guard must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the science? Oh, you know I'm in that thing. I'll round up our comrades and send them to the Alamean quarter. You can go on ahead if you like, Sokka. My thanks. I will see you in the palace. Alright, then Arval. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. It's dark out here, yo. Sokka brought reinforcements. Arval told me of the arrival of the unexpected guests, and I agree that it would be prudent to call upon Y'shtola and Thancred as well. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled. I am not familiar with the Kalyana tribe myself, but Alizé's report suggested that they shun contact with other races, despised it, in fact, even compared to the other Ananta. Indeed, this apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response to our invitation, much less an envoy, and I imagine Lys was forced to make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Speaking of which, how should we deploy ourselves? If the meeting is to be held in the throne room, 'twould seem wise to have eyes both inside and outside the palace. Y'shtola and I can stand guard without. That leaves the three of you to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. Understood. We should join General Alden inside then. Sokka, do you know of the rear entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city, at the top of the stairs. The guard there should have been instructed to let you pass. Appreciate you for the directions. Let's do this. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. Y'shtola, I ain't seen you in a bit, girl. As fortune would have it, I was visiting Rogger's Reach to look in on Alizé. She sends her regards. Oh yeah, that's right. She got hit. Leaving Storm scary to us, Sokka. I scouted around the palace quite extensively while I was searching for Korral, so I know the lay of the land. Alright. With the silencer, General Alden left orders that you were to be escorted inside if you'll follow me. Okay, okay. I like the music. I like the music. That means it's going to be epic of some sort. Of epic proportions.
Thank you all for coming. I am Lise Hext, and I speak for the Resistance. Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern. You've come from every corner of Girabania to help decide the future of Alamigo. But before that, I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing you noticed when you came in? For me, it was that empty throne.
Looks like an
It has
Aztec
no one
throne.
to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king. Would any of you like to take their place? Or should someone else sit there? Then let's sit here in a circle, as equals, and I hope, as friends.
I don't see the Kalyana shake her head now. They're like, we love to sit.
Expertly done. Lise has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game and positioned them to consider a joint government. All things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Thank you, Ragenfrid. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kalyana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Girabania devote themselves to our faith.
That's not gonna happen.
You shall all worship Sri Lakshmi!
Here we go.
Lady of bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage.
Should have saw this coming. I told y'all she's literally a snake. What is it? What is that? Are there crystals in the water? That's weird. There she is. Uh-oh.
This can't be happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
What's coming out the water?
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
It's up to us.
Let's do it. We got the echo, yo. Mama dead now. The daughter's dead, now the mama's dead. That's sad. Hyden was like, no. Island servant was like, no. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Gods damn it! The guards were already turned!
Oh wow.
Fools!
Oh, nice car bumper. How you get that one?
No, you don't!
The Kaliana would see us all enthralled.
Then they're going to be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvol to shield us.
Hey.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
Hey, let's get it.
Alright, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay, Lise. Lise got the hops.
Yeah, whatever she's about, she'd best make it quick. Come then. Who will be next to die on my steel?
That's your boy. That's my boy. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, he can fight. The spear will have to do. But save me. What in the heck? Never in all my days. Yeah, they deal with him personally. Of all the places to die. I'll not fall here. Do I fight or? I came in peace, I leave in pieces. I came in peace, I leave in pieces. They saying anything? It's her, the goddess herself. Accept your fate. Y'all saying anything? No? Who is she? We must protect the envoys. Ramon, what you got to say? You're the underlings of me. You have a primal to fight. Head outside to prepare? No. I'm already prepared. Let's do this. How do we fight her without leaving our allies wide open? We can't stay on the back foot forever. No, so-and-so it. If I think like that, we're already lost. I have the Warrior of Light at my side. We can do this. Isn't that right, Sokka? Use deflect. Gotcha. Huh? Oh. Oh, bye, Katara. Woo! You got that one there, Bill? Okay, you got it. Huh? Oh! Oh, she's keeping them coming. She's keeping them coming. My goodness. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my goodness! They're killing me, Smalls.
I shall free you from your hate.
Woo! Bruh. They're everywhere!
Damn it all! It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
Yeah, I almost missed one a couple of times. She's like, welcome to bliss. Nice. Nice.
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
Let's do it. Okay. Trying to redeem yourself a little bit. Very good. Where'd you go? Come on, you got him over there, cuz. Nice. Oh! No! I'll save y'all! Look at now, well the primal is leads? I can't run away from this. They need us. They sent a fight together. Alphino, the envoys are in your care. Surely you don't mean to. Very well, I shall see our guests to safety. God be with you. Let's do this. Whoa. Oh. What do you do? Oh, get out of it. I'll push the button. Yay! Woo!
Your souls weigh heavy.
Woo! Give for the sword! everybody standing? Whoa. Why won't you die? Get him, Nate! Nice. Got him, coach. Got him, coach. I like it.
We did it! We beat her!
We did indeed. Thanks for Dola. Are we about to see the background convo? Ooh, look at that lighting. Very nice. Very nice.
What is this?
I'm only going to say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the Echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't. I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Alamigo. Your choice.
Nice. She didn't try to fight and run away. Good for her.
Seven hells.
Yeah.
It's her.
Right.
The butcher.
Yep. Now what?
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you. For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
Poor Fredola. You know, all the stuff she did, you know, you can't be swept under the rug. But when you consider the totality of everything, the fact that, you know, how she was as a kid and circumstances she grew up in, all the stuff that happened to her that caused her to lead the life that she lived. And then getting the echo and feeling everybody, you know, the echo is forced empathy. It's forced empathy. You have to feel their feelings. You have to. That's the very nature of the echo. And so, you know, she feels it for real. Like, you know, feel every single person that she's hurt, that she runs across. She feels what she's done as if it happened to her. So, you know, you consider the totality of her story so far, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think I shall make a habit of checking for primal influence before our meetings from now on, right? That is now a part of Scion policy. This is certainly living up to her own ideal. Not every commander would choose to enlist a former enemy's aid in battle. To true that. One wrong step, and I would have lost my will to that fiend for the rest of my days. Just a sobering thought. So much of being with the Sultana. We encountered our fair share of enthralled outside the palace, enough to delay us from lending you a timely hand, I'm afraid. But y'all talking about anything? But thanks, I thought myself done for. I was ill prepared for such a meeting, saved by the butcher, the bloody butcher. That was a right mess. Y'all saying anything? Y'all saying anything? They disgrace Alananta. Y'all ain't saying nothing? Okay. Alright. What you got to say? That wasn't like any battle I've ever seen. I'm not entirely sure how I survived it, to be honest. Right. Well, fought Sokka, Arval, that was a near thing. Aye, our stand against the Kalyana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered to guard duty. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... Gah! It's my fault, a stupid mistake. Nay, lass, we were all caught unawares. We'll take this as a lesson and watch our own more carefully in the future. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystal into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldiers who first spoke up in favor of the Kalyana keeping their weapons spring to mind. The primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Thanks, Yastola. We appreciate the help. Sri Lanka. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Fordola turned up. What was she even doing here? I asked her to come. Breaking the story down of what we saw. Well, that explains it then. It's sad, but Ragonfrid was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. And I don't think Fordola's picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She just wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fordola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamiga, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. And I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. It's a long and arduous path you've chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alphino. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seem ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started. I will see that you're not interrupted. Sokka, you and the Scions are to stand down. Get some rest. You've earned it. Thanks, man. Like I've been fighting all day. Fighting these merchants, fighting these dungeon monsters, fighting these primals all in one day. Maybe it's 2 days since I've seen 2 nights. Bon again? What's up, man?
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens.
Indeed.
The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people.
Nice.
It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave. Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Raubon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
You demoted me.
Your Grace.
Raubon, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
None more.
Smile for me, Raubon. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Uldar.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Well done. That was well done. Very good. It's a great scene. Fantastic scene. If y'all watched all our live streams up until now, you've seen both those characters grow. What you got to say, young Aaron Veiled? I want to see Fredola in her cell again. She did turn the tide of the battle after all, and I thought it only right to thank her. But she wouldn't listen. Said she neither wanted nor needed my gratitude, and that I should go away. I don't know if I'll ever understand her. Y'all gonna get married, aren't y'all? Aaronveld is of an age with Fredola, both of them both Alamegan. Born Alamegan. One never wanted his Garland blood, and the other tried to become Garland, but could never be. Yin and yang, that contrast though. Similar yet opposite, which would go some way to explaining the tension between them. They gonna get married. You like you some Fredola, boy, don't play. You love you some Fredola.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise. But we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project.
What?
She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest.
Always jesting with folk. Why you jesting?
must yield the floor to Raubarn. He has an important announcement to make.
Which jest is short for jester, isn't it? Like a jester in a court? A clown?
As of yesternight,
Joker?
I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
You got fired, Raban. You got let go. Terminated.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
I don't think that's the same size. I think they made it smaller.
It would seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Whoa, you didn't have to put that in there. You didn't have to put that in there.
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor, and you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
Does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubarn.
Good thing she didn't put out her left hand.
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised. Either you're more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain. Alamigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Hey. Alright, y'all. I think that's the end of that patch. What's that? Let's see. 2, 3, 4? Yeah, there should be 4.1 we finishing up right now. What you got to say, Raban? Seems my road has come full circle. I appreciate the support you showed for my earlier decision, overruled though it was. I've asked enough of you, Sokka. My only words for you now are those of gratitude. Look how she's standing. Ha ha! I'm the victor of today. I must assume Father's responsibilities without delay, lest our rivals, both inside and outside of Ul'dah, treat his dismissal as a window of opportunity. Rest assured, they will find Tizona's edge just as sharp in my hands. But look at it. It's not the same size, bro. See that? Look at that. Look at the size of that sword on his hip. Now look at the size of the sword on his back. They're not the same. Nope. Even the part you hold. They should have gave him the real sword. Then he'd be a real G. He'd call him Cloud. Buster Sword. Urbana's a veteran of 100 battlefields. Lise couldn't ask for a more reliable ally to have on her side. He's supposed to be overjoyed to know that General Raban is staying, though I suppose I shouldn't call him General anymore. I think it's about time I headed back to Ragos Reach. What's next for all of you? Alize will be eager to hear of recent events, so I shall join you, if you've no objections. I'd welcome the company, Sokka. Why don't you come along to the Reach as well once you've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others? Upon completion of this quest, you will be able to access the palace rooftop gardens by speaking to the Royal Menagerie attendant. They saying the same thing? Yep, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Alright. Back to Raga's Reach. I wonder if Alizé is over here. I'm just gonna check real quick if I go over there. I'm just curious. Alizé! She is. Look at her. There she is. Don't check on me, have you? Well, thanks to the excellent care I've received, I seem to be on the mend. Not that that stopped Alphino from assisting I continue my convalescence. I swear, he decides to act the part of a concerned big brother at the most inconvenient of times. Nice. Who's that? Oh! At some point I'll do these, I might do these, crafter quests for y'all. Probably record them and edit them instead of live streaming. Do 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 do. Well, here we are again. Alphino has regaled me with a thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. I was patrolling the palace grounds when Thancred and Y'shtola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our echo-blessed champions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Kalyana. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me of just how far apart our kinds still are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if the conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Indeed, violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Brood Mother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera and M tribes first. I plan to have resistance scouts keep track of the Kalyana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the resistance army out of interest? Are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a question for the Resistance newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. What, the Bull of Alamigo? Actually, yes. We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller independent groups, and when Conrad passed his command on to me, that authority only extended to the Freedom Fighters based in Raga's Reach. He just happened to be serving as the Resistance spokesman at the time, and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray, but that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Raban as the overall commander of our forces. He has more experience than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed, he is in all respects the ideal choice, assuming he accepts the post. Alamiga will be added a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The seed which we so carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. we tend to our promises and watch as Alamigo blooms. Meow, 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 meow. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Looky, looky. I do give thanks to the kami that my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas. But there, their generosity ended. Without coins in our pockets for a new attire, we are doomed to look like so much Jetson. Oh, woe betide the poor man in the city of rich merchants. She lives. These dango are delicious. Will you have one? More sweetbreads? I surrender my blade to secure what few coins we have. Well, she's acting differently. She said more for me. Wasn't she the one that was shooting you? What's going on here? Bah, just like talking to a child. My fate saddled me with this burden I shall never know. But I am alive, and I must return to my master's side. Come, Suyu. We shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea. Well, what's the story behind that? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. What are these allergies, though? What are those? Have you read the reports? First Doma, then Alamigo, and Lord Xenos put to the sword. I don't believe everything you read. I heard the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chests and boast loudly of taking his head, regardless. Nay, Lord Xenos lives? Yeah, he's alive. What? What? Deplorable that our own officers should be fooled by Eorzean misinformation. Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official and, above all, accurate announcement to quell these pernicious rumors. They would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the Viceroy's remains then. We shall soon put the lie to their claim. Who's that? Alright guys, well we will leave it there. Let's see, what's the next one called? Tidings from the East. Reading. So that will be where we start with next one. With the next one. Next time. Have Katara go ahead and catch up and do all that stuff we just did that she missed. So that will be interesting. Have her go through all of that. Fighting Lakshmi. Old Lakshmi looking. Anyways, y'all, well, appreciate y'all for watching, and as we have grown accustomed to doing, we're going to end with a true act of a true warrior of light, and that's to say this prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. In Jesus' precious name, amen. Alright, y'all. Again, appreciate y'all for watching, and we will see you in the next one. So I will say, bye for now. Get out of here, you crazy viewers! Get out of here!